Untamed is going to be untamed. It's going to be a little crazy. I want to talk to my people. I want to talk to my brothers and sisters. We can have grace and humility in how we interact with other people.
Oh, hot dog, look at you.
And nobody talked about what's really happening.
And let's have conversations about what truth is.
Hey everyone, I'm Patrick Hogarty. I'm filling in for Joe today. Can't see you, but you can see me. It's great to be back. Got an interesting, entertaining show for you today with some news, some sarcasm. So we'll laugh a little bit and just take a look at what's going on in the world today. It's quite fascinating. But Joe is not here with us today. Joe is actually with Josh. And they're driving, Joe is helping Josh drive chickens across the country. I believe Joe's part is being picked up in Texas and then traveling to Florida for a drop-off. I believe that's the case. Joe is supposedly gonna join us today at some point during this road trip to give us an update, so I can't wait to see that, can't wait to hear from him, see how he's doing, see how the chicks are doing. I love chickens. I eat chicken at least 2 or 3 times a week. It's delicious and it's healthy for you. Just love eating chicken. But yeah, that's why I'm in the seat today. Joe's out there. That dude is hard to keep track of. He is constantly going. I don't know how he does it, but respect. And he's helping somebody out in need. So standard Joe, Joe Oltmann. Just doing what he does. So here I am, Pat, sitting in the chair, got my accountability t-shirt on. That's kind of going to be the theme of the show today. Accountability. What is accountability? Where is accountability? How does it happen? Does it even exist anymore? I don't know. But I do know. The definition of accountability today is an obligation or willingness to accept responsibility or to account for one's actions. That's a theme going across the country this day and age, accountability, right? Politicians, lawyers, judges, criminals. Where's their accountability? Where's their accountability in today's society? I don't know. So that's a tough question. A lot of Americans, a lot of people in this country feel that frustration. I feel that frustration on a personal level every day. You know, just accountability everyone wants, but no one gets. The only ones that seem to get held accountable are the people that are just doing the right thing. The ones that pay their taxes, raise their kids. You know, we're the ones that are held accountable every day. You know, some states have laws where you have to abide by what someone wants to be called by their pronoun. And if you don't, bang, you can get fined. There's a law out here in Colorado on the books. I just spoke to someone today, Lori. She'll be coming on the show in a couple of weeks. But she spoke to me and she's trying to fight that fight. And she'll be here in a couple of weeks and she'll talk about it. But there are laws on the books where, you know, you could get fined and ticketed for not using someone's preferred pronoun or preferred gender. I don't know. But yeah, you know, just regular folks just trying to mind their own business, trying to carry on. No, you get held accountable though. You don't agree with what someone says. You don't agree with what I want to be. Accountability. But judges let criminals walk free. People get hurt, offenders reoffend. Like, that's the name of the game. But the justice system has been completely hacked. It is completely apparent. That's just the reality, everyone. We all know it. But how do we hold judges accountable? Where is the accountability factor placed on them? If you live in a state and you're allowed to reelect your judges, you have to, like Joe said, I believe Joe said it yesterday, you have to vote no across the board. Everyone needs to go and you got to start from scratch. because it is just completely egregious what's going on out there. And we're going to actually play a clip from Jeanine Pirro in a little bit, because she had to actually intervene in D.C. because of what happened to Edward Big Balls Korenstein, because the people weren't charged. They were let go. Judge Jeanine came in and decided to clear that out. So we're going to play a clip on that in just a second. But yeah, we're going to talk about the ICE raids in New York City that went down yesterday. I am a native New Yorker. Born, if you can't tell by the accent, native New Yorker, born in New York, Queens, New York. Lived there from 1983 until 2015. Been out in Colorado, communist Colorado ever since. But I am a native New Yorker. What I see going on back there is a crying shame. I have friends back there. They're trying to raise their families. I feel their frustration. I hear it from them. I have a good friend that's in the school system. He is concerned what's on the horizon with the Mamdani effect. We'll be also talking about that because the mayor race in New York City is coming up real soon, couple weeks. And you got a socialist running away with it. It's crazy. It is crazy. You got an absolute socialist, self-professed socialist running away with the New York City mayor race. Like, whoa. It's crazy. It is so crazy. And it's funny but sad, because New York City, like, you just follow the trajectory downward, right? You just follow it from West Coast to East Coast, all whoop, right? LA, Portland, Seattle, Denver. Keep going. Kansas City, Chicago, New York, coast to coast. Keep enabling these socialist ideas. Keep enabling these socialist politicians that they say I'm a Democrat. They are. The Democrat Party is openly socialist. And if you haven't gotten the memo yet, there it is. So for my Democratic friends, for the Democrats that know me, and for the Democrats that might be friends with my family, this is your wake-up call. How much more evidence do you need? Just wait till you see what's going to happen to New York City when this dude comes in. We're going to cover some of his platform today. And you let me know if this is going to sound like a place you want your kids to be. Just let me know. You can drop it in the chat. I got my laptop in front of me. I'll try and interact as much as I can. But let me know your thoughts, because it is quite fascinating what's happening out there. It is quite fascinating. And we're also going to talk about his policies, and we're also going to break down some of the EBT mayhem that's going on. If you haven't been catching it, some of the meltdowns that are occurring online because of the government shutdown. EBT funds have been slowly being pulled back, and I believe as of November 1st, there's going to be a full pause on them. Ooh, things are going to get interesting. I'll tell you that. Things are going to get interesting. So yeah, that's what we have on tap for you today. Hope you learned something. Hope you get some entertainment out of it. And hopefully others out there that may get wind of this, or shared with those that may not share the same views as I do here. Got to wake up. Got to think for yourselves. We really got to open up dialogue, because, whoa, we're going to have a mess on our hands real soon. All right, so let's play this clip from Jeanine Pirro. She gave a press conference the other day discussing why she had to intervene at the federal level to hold those that assaulted Edward Korenstein accountable.
Now, I think what's significant about this case is the history of Lawrence Cotton Powell. I want you to follow me on this. Lawrence Cotton Powell is 19 years of age. He's now charged with robbery, first-degree robbery, for which he faces 15 years in prison. He also faces a charge of assault with intent to commit robbery and another 15 years. and robbery for Edward Korstein, 15 years, assault with intent to commit robbery, another 15 years, and attempted carjacking, 5 years. Now, let me tell you his background. On April 3rd of this year, Lawrence Cotton Powell was sentenced for a felony attempted robbery. My office asked for jail time. Judge McLean, a judge sitting in the criminal part in Superior Court with no criminal background, made a decision to give Cotton Powell probation in spite of his conviction on a felony attempted robbery. Within 31 days, by May 4th, Powell reoffends. He's rearrested while he's on probation from the felony, and he's charged with simple assault and possession of a prohibited weapon B. On May 4th, my office asked that probation be revoked. But on May 16th, that same Judge McLean comes back and releases Cotton Powell and tells him basically, be a good boy. On July 24th, he is sentenced to one of the 2 misdemeanors that he's charged with. Again, my office asked for jail time after he victimized yet another person. And on July 25th, another judge suspends his sentence and decides that he should be on probation. So after a felony of attempted robbery conviction, after a violation of probation, after a second crime, after a second conviction, after no compliance with C. Sosa, the judges say do better and they let him go. And guess what? Within 10 days, he's at it again with Ethan Levine and Edward Korstein.
Did you get all that? See all that? Hear all that? Arrest. Let out. Rearrest. Let out. Rearrest. Let out. And so on, the story goes. They beat the hell out of this guy. You know, the pictures were pretty bad. I recently saw a video of him finally starting to getting back to working out in the gym for himself, which is great for him. But judges, accountability. Where is the accountability? Arrest, let go, arrest, let go, arrest. Where is the accountability? Thank God Judge Janine intervened here to hold this guy responsible, this person responsible for the assault. But how many other people are being let go in other jurisdictions that Judge Janine is not a part of? I guarantee we all know this is going on throughout the country, typically in blue-leaning states. You do not want to incarcerate. You want to let the offender out. You don't want to actually make the offender, you don't want to hold the offender accountable for their behavior. It's not the offender's fault. Society's hard, had a tough day. Oppressed. What have you. And they let people out all the time. And then they go out and do it again. Irina in North Carolina on the train, just mind their own business. Gets assaulted in the back of the neck, gets stabbed in the back of the neck, dies. You have out here in Aurora, guy trying to kidnap kids off playgrounds. And then out here in Colorado, you can't even charge him because he's mentally unfit. Accountability where? It's a word that gets thrown around by those in charge that have no clue or choose not to hold people accountable. There's no accountability on them. There's no accountability they want to hold on those below them other than the people that disagree with them. That's where accountability really lies in today's society. You're either with the marching orders or you're not. And if you're not with the marching orders, you're out. It doesn't matter if you're a piece of garbage. It doesn't matter if you're an offender. It doesn't matter if you treat people like trash. It doesn't matter because you don't get held accountable. The only people that get held accountable in today's society are good working people. That's it. That is all. The ones that are trying to do the right thing and the good thing, are held accountable and are then victimized by the society in which they live because they are peaceful people. How did we get here in America 2025? How did we get here? It blows my mind every day. You know, I got a 3.5-year-old son, gonna be 4 next year, early next year. And I look at him, and I love this kid so much. Like, I love this kid so much. I love him so much. I'm concerned and scared for the world he's entering. I am. It's way different than how I grew up. It's way different than how pretty much anyone listening to this has probably grown up. I'm concerned for him. I'm scared. Makes me sad. It really makes me sad. Because he's an innocent 3.5, 4-year-old boy. Never harmed a fly, but he's going to be introduced into this world where the people that we were taught hold the line for us, that are there to protect us, that are there to make sure the cities and streets are safe. Those are the ones that are the corrupt ones. Those are the ones that are inflicting the harm on our regular society, putting our regular citizens at risk because we're just trying to do the right thing and mind our business, go to work, raise a family. But it's hard when you have to be scared what's going to happen to your kid because you just don't know if the justice system and the judges are doing what they're supposed to do. And it's very apparent that they're not. It's very apparent that they're not. Changes need to be made. Accountability needs to be stored. Judges need to go. Judges need to be held accountable for their horrible decision making. Is it decisions though? I don't even know if it's a decision. I think it's just a programmed response. It fits our narrative. It fits the party that appointed me to power. No, I'm not going to do something to hold it accountable. Okay, I'm running into that out here in Colorado. I have a lock solid case against Cherry Creek School District for firing me for my freedom of speech. Lock solid. Lock solid. Federal judge Magistrate Judge Valhalic, that name should sound familiar. He is overseeing the Tina Peters case right now. Magistrate Valhalic believes that the Cherry Creek School District has a right to terminate me in the name of equity and inclusion because it outweighs my protective speech. Federal judge. Magistrate judge. Then we appealed it up. And federal judge Rodriguez agreed. So I lost my job. They lied to me about why I lost my job. I was told it was cut for budgetary, but in the court papers, they actually admit it was for what I said. So they actually admit that in federal court paperwork. And I'm actually accusing them of violating my civil rights, First Amendment. So it's right there, cut as dry, in the court paperwork. They acknowledge that they do it. They acknowledge that they lied when they fired me. Federal judge out here in Colorado says, yeah, you can do that. Okay, so the corruption is deep. The judges, it is strictly along party lines. Democratic judges hold the fort down, regardless of what the evidence says. It is absolutely atrocious what goes on. Absolutely atrocious. So yeah, that's a start. That's a start, everyone. That's a start. We can go on forever on the judges, all right? But let's, yesterday, ICE hit the streets. New York City, Manhattan, Canal Street. Bustling neighborhood, busy times. But there was some street reporting that recently came out that got some headway, that also got some social media sniffing around, right? And then when social media gets involved, things escalate up. So let's play this cut on some street reporting that took place on Canal Street a couple of days prior to ICE hitting the streets yesterday.
How much?
Yo, what's up? We don't do no camera. The fucking camera.
Hey.
Fucking pushing.
Hey.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Hey. Back off.
I said, fuck you with your camera. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Who the fuck you work for? Bitch ass nigga. Who the fuck you work for? Bitch, who you work for? Fuck you, nigga.
You're in public.
Get the fuck out of here. Yo, listen, you gonna get the fuck out of here.
Hey. Back up.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit. You gonna get fucked up. I'm telling you, bro.
Wait, back up.
Fucking fucked up over here.
Back up.
Get the fuck out of here.
Back up.
Get the fuck out of here. That's what y'all do, snitch ass motherfucker. Look at yourself in there.
Hey.
Take that shit somewhere else.
Hey,
Come
why
on, man. Keep
are
it
you mad
fucking
at me?
pushing. Keep it pushing.
Why are you mad at me?
Take it over there somewhere else.
I am.
Yeah, you work for the fucking who you work for?
By myself.
All right, get out of here. With
Look,
that
I just
fucking
bought some
camera.
Rolex.
That's right.
I just bought a
Fuck
Rolex.
you with the Rolex. So
It's a
fuck
fake
outta
one.
here.
It's a fake one,
It's
so.
a fake one. Go to the fucking store and get the real one. Get the out of here with your cameras. Snitch ass. But what the y'all here for? This is how the we eat. That's how the we eat. So get the out of here.
I'm leaving.
So get the out of here.
Where you come from?
You get the out of here.
Where
I
you-
come from your mother, bitch.
Really?
You bitch.
No, you didn't.
Fuck out of here.
Why are you mad at us?
Go fucking suck some.
We can be here on the street. This is public street.
Yo, get the
We have the First
outta here,
Amendment.
nigga. This our block, you bitch ass nigga. Get the
This is your block?
Yeah, motherfucker. So somebody stand your motherfucker and take your camera away.
I can be here. I don't have anything to be worried about because I'm not doing anything illegally. You see what happens? People come in from other countries illegally. They get mad at you on the streets of the United States. Then they shouldn't be doing stuff illegally. Then they shouldn't be doing stuff illegally.
That's not your fucking business if you do video nigga.
Hey. Hey.
I will smash this bitch.
Hey.
And you won't fucking lost it.
Hey. All right, we're out. See what happens? That's the problem. If you just can't let this go on, people need to start standing on business. These people are selling illegally on the streets of New York City. Cameraman just got punched in the face. Took one for the team. He just took one cold right there. They're selling marijuana illegally. That's why they're mad. Thing is, these people don't have papers. You guys heard it there. He said this is his block. It's not his block. He's here illegally. He doesn't even have papers to be here.
So yeah. That was Nick Shirley doing some on-the-street reporting in New York City about illegal migrants selling narcotics, marijuana, weed, so be it. I'm sure other things, but also bootlegging out there. And it just takes away the quality of life. And people could say, oh, well, they're at least they're trying to do something. No, they're doing illegal activity. Come into this country illegally, do illegal activity, take up resources from the people in this country. It gets exposed. It gets exposed. The American people are tired of footing the bill. They are. It's the truth. American people are tired of footing the bill. So ICE designed a launch into down in Canal Street. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look how it goes before social media gets involved, by the way.
Where are they going now? In other words, are they following the agents as they walk down the street?
Hold that, that's cut 3.
Or is this just purely a protest?
Okay, that was cut 3. That actually, all good. That's gonna be after cut 2. What cut 2 is gonna show is actually ICE was walking around Canal Street, actually conducting straight up interviews, polite, no confrontation, interviews, questioning people. Some people were detained, other people weren't. But they were literally walking around just doing that. And then the video cameras come out. And then the links come out. And then the doxing comes out. And then the location drops come out. And then all that starts coming out. And then next thing you know, you have people coming down to the federal courthouse down in New York City and down by Canal Street looking to engage with ICE. Yeah, roll cut 3. That's cut 2. All right, so keep this on. This is how the first interviews started, how the interviews actually were going down. Just ICE walking around, talking to people, no massive protests. So you see, out there doing their business. Unfortunately, when people break the law, accountability needs to be enforced. So there are people that toe that line every day, that go out there and have to do that work every day. And I'm thankful they're doing that work every day. I have a friend that's doing that work right now back in New York. You know, it's hard. It's hard. It is so hard, you know, but It needs to be done. And also what you, big picture wise, when you take the 30,000, 40,000 picture view out of it, you also got to look at the costs that come with this and also the political power that come with this. Well, immigrants can't vote. Maybe, maybe not. Depending where you are, depending where you live. Right? Right? We all know. So, the other part that comes into this, though, is when the census gets done, whether you're legal or illegal, you're counted towards the census of the population of America. And why that is important is the census then will dictate your representation in Congress. So if your population in your state's going up, you get more members in the House of Reps. If the population in your state goes down, you get less members. So, you know, the typical blue states, California, New York, they've been losing people by the boatloads over the past couple of years. So how the hell they keep basically keeping the same amount? How? Oh, because the illegals come in. And yeah, they may not be voting, but they're getting counted in the census. Bet you that. 100%, because that creates political capital. So illegal immigrants are political capital, specifically for the Democrats, because they are the only ones that support the illegal immigration. It is strictly that. Political capital. That's why they don't like ICE going in there, specifically Portland, Seattle, Chicago, New York, Boston. They don't want ICE in there because those are blue states. You ding your population, you lose one rep there, one rep there, one rep there, one rep there, one rep there. Bang, 5, 6, 7 seats in the House, flip. Political capital. And the Democrats know it. That's why they want to flood this country with illegals. It's political capital. That's all it is. So it's plain and simple. All right, so let's then go to cut 3. Because once those arrests start happening, you know, you get the pictures taken, you get the videos up there. People got to act. Roll it.
Where are they going now? In other words, are they following the agents as they walk down the street? Is that what's happening, or is this just purely a protest?
No, that's exactly what's happening. This is just a makeshift protest. So this is one of the ICE vehicles here. They were walking back to their cars. Now, one of the agents you can see just getting out of the car, trying to get a hold of one of the other ones. People are pounding on the windows of the car. Whether anyone is inside or whether anyone has been arrested is unclear. Again, people are just stopping traffic, standing in front of the ICE agents, yelling racial slurs. You can see this woman over here is blocking traffic. I've got to move so I don't get hit. There are people here. The ICE agents are trying to get out. And come with me here, Greg. They're not letting them leave. So it's unclear whether people are even inside the vehicle aside from these agents, but these women aren't letting them go anywhere.
So yeah, that's just the start. That's just the start. Go right to clip 4. Bring in clip 4 because it gets better.
Can you chill? Public street, man.
So yeah. Fun to be an ICE member in New York City this day and age, isn't it? My question is, does anyone have jobs? Don't people work? Don't they got responsibilities? Walk a dog, maybe. Take care of a kid. Actually, maybe those people, you don't want them taking care of kids. No. That's a bad idea. And actually, you don't want them taking care of dogs either. Got to find something more constructive for those types of people. But hell, like, imagine just barricading yourself in front of an ICE vehicle. Like, what? Like, are you crazy? No joke, ICE should be able to just go boom, straight through. Like, at that point, it's a danger to them. It's a danger not only to the people in their custody, it's a danger to the ICE agents themselves. Like, it's a mob mentality. And this is what's going on in all these Democratic-run cities that ICE operations are occurring in, because the Democrats are fueling this. They are fueling this, right? They keep talking about ICE are the Gestapo, the Nazis. No, they are not. They are good-working, hard-working Americans who believe in borders, okay? You're not a country if you don't have borders, okay? There's no difference between us or Mexico or Canada if you don't have borders. And I know some of you actually like, oh, that's a great idea. Ooh. No, thank you. No, time out. No, thank you. No, thank you. No. We are not all the same. You're more than welcome to come to this country legally in the right way. Well, back in the day, this country took anybody. It did. You're right, it did. 100% it did. But, we forget this, but. Well, there's a couple of buts. Sorry, a couple buts. It wasn't just as simple as you just came over on a boat across the Atlantic. Oh, okay, you're here now. Okay, here's your plot of land. Here's your horse. Can I give you any more government assistance? No, none of that stuff happened when the Europeans came over. There was no check for those. There was no check. There's no cell phone waiting for them at Ellis Island when they came off. You know what happened? Europeans came over, right? They got stopped at Ellis Island. Okay, they got checked out. They got quarantined, some of them, if they were sick. Some of them got sent back if they didn't meet the sniff test, that they would be a productive member of society. Back you go. Okay? America was not a welfare state back then. Okay? We had principles in this country, and the principle at the very beginning of this country was freedom. Freedom for me to work my butt off and do what I want to do, and government leave me alone. That was the long and short of the history of the founding of America. I want the government to leave me alone. I want to work. I want to practice my faith. That's long and short of it. That's it. Great idea. We got far off the rails now. We have gotten far off the rails now. But let's take a look at ICE Director Todd Lyons talking about what happened to his agents in New York City the other day.
Well, I think for the people in New York, they're going to see ICE and our other federal partners do the law enforcement mission, right? This wasn't something that just organically happened overnight. We decided to go hit Canal Street. With any criminal investigation, you have to build up intelligence. You have to work with sources. You have to go ahead and have the right evidence and work with the U.S. Attorney's Office. But you will see an increase in ICE arrests because there are so many criminally illegal aliens that have been released in New York specifically, and especially that are being harbored in New York from the lack of cooperation there in New York City. So you will see us making those criminal arrests to make New York safe again. But I will tell you that it's definitely intelligence driven. It's not random. We're just not pulling people off the street. There was a specific reason based on criminal intelligence and criminal activity that we showed up on Canal Street.
So there you go. ICE, all in. You're not going to scare us. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep pushing forward. All in. So as ICE moves all in what they want to do, the Democrats decide to move in what they want to do. Take a look at what they're looking to launch coming up. Cut 6, please.
I shared this with the mayor. Over the course of the next couple of weeks, the Oversight Committee will be launching on their website a master ICE tracker, where we're going to be essentially tracking every single instance that we can verify that the community will be able to send us information on.
So yeah, just want to keep creating scenes that we just witnessed. Democrats are on board. They like the chaos. They like the chaos. They like the chaos. Unbelievable. 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 And you also had Pritzker last week talking about wanting to hold ICE agents accountable once Democrats are back in power. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine, let's say the Democrats, God forbid, ever get back into the presidency, God forbid, when the pendulum will swing back. So when they do come back in, can you then imagine something happening where they then launch an initiative to go arrest ICE agents for doing what they just did because they're upholding the rule of law ordered by President Trump? Can you imagine what's going to happen? All right. So I got a special guest joining me right now. We would like to welcome Joe to his own show. Austin, we got Joe? What's up, buddy?
What's going on? How are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm good. I have a puppy.
Okay. We got a puppy.
Can you hear me?
It's cutting out a little bit, in and out a little bit. Where are you?
We're in the middle of Texas. So we have 8 chickens. Josh is driving. Say hello, Josh.
Hey, Josh. What's up, buddy? Hey, wait, Josh, weren't you on the call when I first interviewed?
Yeah, he was there. Yes.
Oh, man. I never saw that guy ever since. Hey, Josh.
Now Joe's with me in the van.
Oh, that's awesome. Nice to see you again, dude.
You too.
This is awesome.
We are driving across the country covertly with chickens.
How many do you have?
There's 8 chickens. 8 chickens in here. They're back there. And then, say hi. Harley, say hi. There you go. That's Harley. Then you got the chickens are back there hidden underneath the plants. Those are not marijuana plants, though. So Josh is a refugee from California now, and he is on his way to Florida. And I was like, I got to go with you. Make sure you get there okay. So he stopped by San Antonio, picked me up, and we're on our way back, all the way back to the great state of Florida.
Beautiful, beautiful. So what time did you guys get on the road today?
1 o'clock.
Oh, all right. So fresh. Still fresh.
Yeah, well, I mean, Josh has been driving since this morning because he came through from New Mexico, but yeah, fresh for me.
There you go. Give him a little half day pick me up, getting Joe in the car with you.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I was listening to what you said about ICE. Somebody's going to get killed.
Yes.
And that's going to be the outcome. Is someone is going to show up and do harm just like they did to police officers in 2020, 2021. They're going to do the same thing to ICE agents. So, I mean, there's a huge amount of fear right now that is being driven by the radical left and saying, oh, they're coming in our community, they're taking away our citizens. They're not citizens, right? And you don't get to step in front of the line against people that come here legally and go through the process the right way. So I just can't understand the ridiculousness of it and the fact that nobody's saying anything, that it's not resonating, that what you're saying is retardedly false. It's not true. It's a lie. But we keep debating the ridiculous. So I'm hoping that President Trump actually does charge some of these people with sedition, because it is an active coup. This is taking over our country state by state, using fraudulent systems and importing these illegals in order to have that what you call political capital, which I believe it absolutely is.
Yeah, 100%. And it's just, yeah, man, it's just so hard. It's so hard to see this happening and just like, how the hell did we get here? Why are we still here? But we have so many useful idiots in today's society that anything that Trump says or Trump does, they pull up their little phone and the algorithm feeds them upload. And then you get Democrats talking about they want to create a master, basically doxing list to get locations up right away when ICE is on the scene somewhere. Like, they're looking to stoke. They really are. And there was a shooting a couple days ago in California. I don't believe the person they captured shot, but the officers had to discharge their weapons because he tried running them over with the car.
Yeah, he ended up getting hit by a ricochet in the arm.
Yeah. Like, people are going to get killed, dude. It's crazy. And it's
well, I mean, we got to stay vigilant. We got to stay focused on doing the right thing. And sooner or later, it's like when you have a drug addicted family member, right? That just is out of control, and you got to do an intervention. We're in the middle of intervention for the United States, and I just hope that we have the courage to continue through and do the right thing all the way to the bitter end. And frankly, I'm really worried about 2026, especially given what they've done with the election systems. And, they say that, Dominion's sold, so, that's going to put us in a better position. If we don't get rid of machines and mail-in ballots, we have no chance as a country. If we don't do that, we die. It truly is that drastic of a situation for us. So, but we'll just keep pushing through. I'm going to let you keep going with the show. We're going to run into a range where we don't have much range, but I like your shirt, accountability. That's what it's all about.
Yes, sir. Better believe it. Well, you guys drive safe. Thanks so much for joining in. And Joe, thanks so much for trusting me to sit in your chair today. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah, give them hell. Well, I mean, give them heaven. But if they don't accept it, send them to hell.
Just truth, baby. Truth hurts.
To hell with them. To hell with them if they don't believe it. All right, take care.
All right, take care, Joe. That was fun. That was fun working with the boss. You know what's funny? That's the most I've actually sat and talked with Joe since I started working here. Oh man, I enjoy the guy too. It's great. I really enjoy him. But that was the most almost face to face I've had with him. And I drove the guy to the airport 2 weeks ago, and we didn't say a word to each other. My dude is on a conference call, driving us to the airport, and yeah, just never said a word. We handled that. Got him there. I brought the car back to the office. But yeah, that was the most I've spoken to Joe in quite some time. And every time I talk to him, I enjoy it. And he is straight to the point. He is blunt. He is honest. And yeah, man, and he is true. Voting is a problem in this country. And I know Trump's on this mail-in, talking about it. Where's the action? Where's the action? Tick, 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 right? 365 in a year, plus a couple of weeks. What about 385 days, give or take? I'm just ballparking it here to the 2026 elections, right? So it's not a lot of time. And the way the federal government moves and the way government moves slow as shit. Let's be honest here. Slow as shit. So, yeah, that stuff really needs to be addressed. It really does. And I've learned a lot more about the system itself since I started working here. And it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, we do need to be vigilant. If you could register to be a poll worker or poll watcher coming up, do it, get involved, because that pendulum swings, man. They're coming for blood when that pendulum swings back. You better believe that. So let's move forward, shall we? We were just in New York, and somehow I got to hit on Mamdani today. I'm a native New Yorker. Somehow I was just drawn. I got drawn to. I'm gonna hit up my former hangout spot, my former life, because wow, man, I can't believe what's about to go down in it. I can't. It's fascinating. It's bizarre. It's crazy. But I'm glad I don't live there anymore. I get to watch from afar and then comment. But I live out here in Colorado, so it ain't much better, to be honest with you. It's really not. It's really not. But let's put up this tweet. All right, it's the recent poll of the New York City mayoral race, and you can take a look right there. Zohran Mamdani polling around 46%, 33% for Andrew Cuomo, 15% for Curtis Sewa. What are you doing? What are you doing out there? Holy cow. But yeah, that looks like that's really going to happen, which is crazy to me. New York has a lot of wealthy people, but these wealthy people are electing him, along with the hard left of New York City, which there's a decent amount there, but I don't believe they're the driving. I don't believe they're 46% of the population in New York City. I'll give you 15 to 20. Then the other 20 are the wealthy Democrats that I'm going to give my money away and say I'm going to put Mamdani because that's good social capital. That's good social capital for me. I could walk around my chest around here in New York, get into the clubs, get into the restaurants, get tickets to the ball games, because I'm backing my man Mamdani. He's going to be the new mayor of New York City. Well, I don't know if these people know what his policies are or not. I really don't. If they do and they're still acting this way, crazy. Take a look at this. We got a couple clips coming up of what Mamdani plans on doing in New York City once he's elected. He seems to be a couple weeks away. Yeah. Coming to a neighborhood near you. B2, please.
And realize there's a policy proposal that says your plan, and I'm going to quote it for folks, is to shift the tax burden from overtaxed homeowners in the outer boroughs to more expensive homes in richer and whiter neighborhoods. Explain why you are bringing race into your tax proposal.
That is just a description of what we see right now. It's not driven by race. It's more of an assessment of what neighborhoods are being undertaxed versus overtaxed. We've seen time and again that this is a property tax system that is inequitable. It's one that actually Eric Adams ran on, saying that he would change in the first 100 days. He's since sought to defend it and lost at every juncture in court.
And I understand you're saying we're simply describing the types of neighborhoods that would see these increase in taxes, and yet by invoking race, do you run the risk of potentially alienating key constituents?
I think I'm just naming things as they are. And ultimately, the thing that motivates me in this is to create a system of fairness. It is not to work backwards from a racial assessment of neighborhoods or our city. Rather, it's to ensure that we actually have an equal playing field. And right now, what we see with the property tax system is one that is overtaxing a number of New Yorkers and undertaxing others, and an inability of political will to resolve that.
So no plans to change that language on your website?
The focus here is to actually ensure a fair property tax system, and that the use of that language is just an assessment of the neighborhood.
All right.
The use of that language is the assessment of the neighborhood. That's what they do. Leftists, Democrats, socialists, they wordsmith. But he didn't wordsmith his way. He actually owned it. Yeah, we're going to tax white neighborhoods. But why did he say that? You pick up on that's his little dog whistle to his base. That's his little dog whistle. They say Republicans use dog whistles all the time. That's his. That's his. Wink, wink. We're going to get the white people in New York City. Wink, wink. Leftist, liberal women. Wink, wink. We're coming for you. Oh, yay, I'm going to vote for you. Oh, yay, I'm going to vote for you. Oh, yay, yay, yay. Mamdani. I live in a $2 million house in Howard Beach. Woo! Yeah, wake up, right? You literally have a politician looking to run the most populated city in America saying we're going to tax white neighborhoods. And then he was asked about it, asked, you want to change your language, kind of want to soften it a little bit, kind of want to make it a little bit better for yourself? No. Wake up, hello. Anybody home? Wait till you hear what else he wants to do here, all right? Tax white people, increase taxes. He doesn't like that white people have high property value. Make sure we hit the white people. So my question is, wait, let's back up. Hold up, time. Just thought about this. Are there no minorities that live in these white neighborhoods in New York? Because I'm wondering if he wrote it that way. I just thought about this now, by the way. I'm wondering if he wrote it that way because there are wealthy minority people, which there are, by the way. I hope people realize that. There are wealthy black people, there are wealthy Spanish people, there are wealthy Indian people, there are wealthy Chinese. There's wealthy different ethnic groups across the board, especially in New York City, especially in Manhattan, Queens, Bronx, maybe not. Brooklyn, yeah. Staten Island, yeah. Manhattan, definitely, right? But let's back this up for a second. Is he writing that way so that only white people in those neighborhoods pay that increased tax? And those that are black, brown, Asian, I don't know, sometimes Asians get conflated into being white. I don't know. I don't do that, but the Democrats do. I don't know why. I'm just wondering if it's written that way so that the minorities in the wealthy communities don't get hit with the tax. And it's just specifically to the white people in the white neighborhoods.
Hey, Patrick.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm sorry, go ahead, Austin.
Patrick, I got something funny for you.
Yeah.
So I just did a quick little AI search. And you want to know what neighborhoods that he's talking about?
Sure.
Guess. Park Slope.
Okay.
You know about Park Slope, right?
Brooklyn.
All right. You want to guess how many residents identify as white?
Park Slope?
Yes.
Are we looking for percentages or are we looking for total percentage? Can people hear you, by the way? Or
Yep, they can hear me.
Okay,
You're not just talking to yourself.
I didn't want people to think I'm crazy. All right, Park Slope, Brooklyn. What percentage people are what?
White.
White, Park Slope, Brooklyn. 35%, 40?
59. Here, I'll pop in this statistic.
Okay.
This is as of 2023.
Okay.
59.9% of residents identify as white, 14 Hispanic, Latino, and 7% as African American, and 9% as Asian.
Great find, Austin. Thank you for finding
You're
that.
welcome.
Now, can you answer
So
this
are those white Hispanics and white African Americans?
That's where I'm going, buddy. I was just going to ask you that.
And white Asians?
I was hoping you could answer that question for me. Now, does that mean the rest of that pie, which is around, do my math real quick, 31%, 41%, are they excluded from the tax? Because it's a little more than half the neighborhood.
That's a no.
They're not excluded.
I don't think they're excluded.
Oh, well, see, oh boy. It's going to get real interesting when he gets, oh man, this is going to get good. This is going to get good. People are going to lose their bird. People are going to lose their bird if they're going to get popped for a property tax. Woo! They're going to lose their bird. Oh, man. All right. Yo, Austin, great find, man. Thanks for popping in on that. Brighten my day. Let's go to cut 3. Let's take a look at how Mamdani plans to, let's say, increase revenue in New York City. Cut 3.
And to follow the advice of district attorneys that we have here in New York City, the current Manhattan DA, the former Manhattan DA, the current Brooklyn DA, the former Manhattan DA having said that prosecuting women for prostitution is something that actually leads to less safety. And what we need to do is provide an economy
Mr.
of
Mamdani,
opportunity.
just a quick clarification. So no legalization, how about decriminalization?
I do not think that we should be prosecuting women who are struggling, who are currently being thrown in jail, and then being offered job opportunities. I think we should be actually providing those kinds of opportunities at the first point of interaction.
Legalize prostitution, anybody? At the first point of action? Hi, I'm John. How much? Great. Just contributed to the economic growth of New York City. That's where you're going, people. That's where you're going. And some people are like, oh, that's fine. Women can choose to do what they want. And I get that. I hear that. But what about the quality of life? See that stuff on the streets openly, right? You got your kid walking down the street in New York City and just, all of a sudden we got brothels popping up. Like, whoa, whoa. But we're getting better as a society, though. We are getting way better as a society. 2025, all this technology, all this science. Yeah, we are degrading. And it's all being funneled by one political party, if you notice this. It's all being driven by one way of thinking, if you notice this. Okay? He wants to legalize prostitution. Yeah. Women can make some money, government make a quick buck. Sure. Drugs legalized, prostitution legalized. Yeah, keep on digging a hole, baby. Keep on digging the hole. Also, let's go to cut 4. This is de Blasio. This is de Blasio, the former mayor of New York City that ran that thing into the freaking ground. And Adams did no better. And now Mamdani's just going to finish it off, baby. He's going to finish it off. But listen to why de Blasio is going to support Mamdani. Listen to this.
Free bus. And who runs that? The city of New York runs it, just like we run so many other services. And the bottom line here is to think about the free buses again. Free buses has been proven to work in many parts of the country.
Where?
I'll get you a list of cities, but the bottom line is it is something that allows people to, one, reduce their costs, which people are overwhelmed by, to get into mass transit more. It works because we know that if people are given a quality alternative they can afford, they'll use it.
Free buses. Where do they work? I don't know. I'll get you a list. Okay. All righty there, de Blasio. Free bus. There's nothing free. I don't understand this. Free means I'm taxing you somewhere else. Free means I'm taking it from your pocket. Stop pissing on my leg and telling me it's raining. The Democratic Party, the Socialist Party of America, free this, free that, take this, take that, give here, give there. Who's getting hit? Middle-class Americans, taxes, sales tax, federal tax, state tax, all these tax. Where are you getting the money to do free bus rides? And I'm not going to lie, New York City, I rode New York City Transit going to school. I had to take 3 city buses, 2 middle school, and then 3 city buses to high school. Okay, there's a lot of public transportation options in New York City. It's one of the perks of living in New York City, to be honest with you. The transportation out here in Colorado sucks. The transportation system, god-awful. I feel bad for people that rely on it out here. Like, oh, that's another thing. Hey, Colorado, you want to talk about equity, helping people out? Why don't you improve your transportation system out here? Because whatever you got going on sucks. You hear that, Polis? It's trash. But anyway, free buses in New York City. Well, could be a good idea. Won't be, though. Won't be. Because what that turns into is shelter. That's what free busing turns into. Shelter for those that are homeless. Just like the New York City subways, right? Like once you get through the gates, you could ride subways all over the place in New York City, free of charge. Once you get through the gates, swipe your Metro card. I don't even know what it is anymore. $2.75, maybe $3 a ride. I don't even know. I feel like I'm out of touch. So my New York friends may text me and just herb on me in a little bit because I don't know what I'm talking about with the pricing anymore because that's how out of touch I am. But I do know once you get into the subways of New York City, you could hop on and just ride all day, all night. And that's been a thing that's been going on. But yeah, free city buses. That means free trains, free everything. One more free thing. Cut 5. One more.
I'll give you an example. When we talk about grocery stores, I've put forward a proposal for a pilot of 1 grocery store in each borough. These are 5 grocery stores that would cost $60 million in a city budget of more than $113 billion. And ultimately, the reason that we are so excited by them is we've seen that they've worked in Kansas. We've seen that when a feasibility study was done in Chicago, it was shown to be something that was not only feasible, but pressing and urgent in an urban setting. And finally, it costs less than half of what the city's already set to spend on subsidizing corporate supermarkets without any guarantee of cheaper prices, any guarantee of collective bargaining agreements, or that they accept SNAP or WIC.
Well,
Come on. Free groceries in New York City coming soon. Come on. Free groceries in New York City coming soon. 1 per borough. So yeah, he wants to actually open up government subsidized grocery stores. That's going to go well. And he said, oh, it's only 60 million out of a budget of 200 billion. Dude, that adds 60 million more. Do you not get that? That adds 60 million more dollars. It's not like that's penciled in there somewhere and you go, nope, you want 60 million more. Bang. Okay. And he also said they were successful. Yeah, well, Mamdani got fact-checked by Patrick Hogarty right here on Joe Oltmann, Untamed Nation. Roll cut 6.
For months, the store hasn't fully been stocked. Still, person after person comes to buy groceries.
I thank the previous operator for the years they put into that, as well as their predecessor. And now we'll try to do all we can to make sure that this works.
Mayor Quinton Lucas is disappointed. He met with the store operator 2 weeks ago for hours trying to come up with a solution.
Yeah, I know there are different challenges to how a grocery store can operate. Part of that challenge is that the city certainly has been happy to be a partner, but there's always a limit to what we will invest as well.
It comes down to money. The city owns the building and has invested nearly $29 million in the store. Still, the Sunfresh was losing money.
All of a sudden, you roll down here this morning and they're gone, and they're saying they're not coming back.
All neighbors know is there's no food here now, and they wish that wasn't the case.
I'd like to know what could be done, maybe to bring it back.
In Kansas City, Brian Johnson, KMBC 9 News.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where was that? Kansas City? Didn't the Lion Socialist say it was a success in Kansas City? Bang. No, it wasn't. Huge failure. Actual news report from the local media out there in Kansas City. Take a look at that. Holy Toledo. $29 million spent. One grocery store. Failed. And this clown in New York is saying I'm going to do 5 with 60 mil? Yeah, okay. Complete failure. Okay, but once again, this is the left. This is the socialist. Free stuff. And then you get the useful idiots be like, I need free stuff. Blah, 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 blah. That's the only way. That's the only way I can get ahead. No thought process of how I can better myself as a person. How can I improve my life as a person? Can I make better life choices as a person? Can I get a different career? Can I get a job? Right? The self-accountability factor. No, I don't want to be accountable for my actions. I don't want to be accountable to wake up every day and go to work. I want free stuff all the time. I've earned that right. Doing what? I don't know, but I've earned that right. And also, this country sucks, but I earned that right to get free stuff here. Crazy dynamic what goes on in people's heads, I'll tell you. It is crazy dynamic what goes on in people's heads. But the bottom line is when the Democrat Socialist Party of America tells you they want to give you free stuff, they're leaving out the part of how they're going to pay for that free stuff. And I'm going to give you a clip from another socialist mayor. I'm done listening to Mamdani for now. I got another socialist mayor, another good one, Mr. Johnson out in Chicago. Take a listen to this clip on how he's planning to produce revenue for the city of Chicago. Please play cut 7.
Just like we tax other addictive vices that are bad for our health, like nicotine and tobacco, it is far past time we treat social media companies the same way.
Under his proposal, social media companies would pay 50 cents for every active user each month. The first 100,000 users are exempt. The Johnson administration says it would raise $31 million, money they would use to fund expanded crisis response and city-run mental health clinics. It's a tax no other U.S. city has implemented.
You've admitted that we would be the first in the nation to do this. How confident are we of the city's legal standing to levy that tax?
Who exactly feels confident that we're able to implement this? Let me not assume anything.
The Department of Law. The city's budget director facing questions about the legality of the tax during a city council hearing Tuesday.
In our discussions with the Department of Law, they feel that we have a strong case that through our amusement tax, this is a tax that the city can levy on social media companies.
But other legal experts see it differently.
And on its face, frankly, it's unconstitutional.
Amy Boss is vice president of government affairs at the trade association NetChoice, whose members include social media companies like Meta and Snap. She says a 1983 Supreme Court decision backs her up.
The court ruled that you cannot single out media for special tax treatment, and this is what Chicago is doing here, right? The city can tax businesses broadly, but the moment they pick out specific media companies, it becomes constitutionally suspect. They're going to have to find this money from somewhere else because it simply won't survive the inevitable legal challenge.
So there you go. Chicago broke as hell. They need money. All right, how do I get money? Tax. So now they want to tax social media companies because they are to blame for our health. Well, if you're over 18 and you're consuming social media and you have mental health issues, that's on you. If you're under 18 and you're consuming social media and you have mental health issues, that's with your parents. That's on your parents. So I don't believe social media should be considered something as like we all free willingly do it, right? So like, yeah, I get it. Yeah, people free willingly smoke. People free willingly drink. Yeah, tax that. Where does it end? Where does it end? You can't simply keep taxing people. You can't keep taxing businesses. You can't do it. It's fundamentally impossible for businesses and humans to keep going if they're not making money. And if you keep taking from them, it's crazy. Chicago, New York, Denver, right? Just keep going through the freaking list, day in, day out, right? Politicians want to do these programs. By the way, these politicians, once again, what do they have all in common? Blue cities, blue states, yada, 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 right? It's all the same. It's all the same. And it's been the same, right? When was the last time a Republican controlled New York, right? Giuliani. When was the last time a Republican controlled Colorado? Last time a Republican controlled California, Chicago, Illinois, right? Go through the freaking list, right? These cities, these states, they are what they are because these policies have been what these policies have been for years and years and years. It isn't something new. It isn't like Trump did this or, hey, we're cleaning up from Bush. Like, no. Obama policies, local Democratic policies, auto pen, right? Like, it's the Democratic machine that has caused this carnage over the past 20 years. No one else is to blame. No one else is to blame. The carnage is strictly on them. So you want to tax people all the time. Tax the rich, tax the middle, sales tax here, tax your car here, tax this. You got a long tree on your property, got to tax you there. Eventually, you turn into San Francisco. Take a look at Cut 8.
Hey, Tom!
It's like the day after tomorrow. You ever see that movie? When Will Smith was the only one left. It's like the day after the city's a shot. Left in ruins. Yeah, San Francisco was ahead of the curve. They started in the 60s, right? So they're a little bit ahead of the curve. But New York, buckle up. Giddy up. It's going to be interesting what's coming. But yeah, you keep taxing wealthy people, they leave. And then you don't have money. And then what's left? Those that can't leave. Those that don't have the means to produce better lives for themselves. You get what you get in San Francisco. And it's creeping all throughout the country. It's up in Seattle. It's in Denver. 100%. It's in Chicago. It's in New York. It's all over the place. And it's just sad. Just sad. Oof. Oof. All right. Day 21, government shutdown, I believe. Some videos out there that we're going to go through real quick. We're going to talk about the people being affected by government shutdown, EBT cuts occurring. I'm not sure if this guy's went viral yet, but pretty sure he probably will. Let's play C1, please.
I just woke up. I got an email from EBT. I used to get $740 a month for my 2 kids. And we not getting EBT no more. They took the EBT. They saying I gotta work 20 hours a week. I'm not working for nobody. Get the out of here. This is what Americans, taxpayer, work for us. They work for me. They gotta help me feed my kids. Get the out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be quitters now. Y'all been helping us all this time. Now y'all want to tap out. Get the out of here. I want my EBT, yo. I want my EBT, and I'm not working for nobody. I'm a boss. What the I look like working when the government is here to help? Come on. Y'all send all that money to Iraq, Ukraine. Y'all funding all these wars. But when it's time to help the Americans, y'all don't want to help us? I need my EBT, yo. I need my money, yo. I need my EBT. Stop playing with me, yo.
Yeah. I'm a boss. I ain't working for nobody. Need my EBT. Yeah. I'm torn here, man. Like, I hear this guy and I'm like, yo, you're crazy, dude. But I also heard the second part of that message, which he's not wrong with either. He is not wrong with what this government has been doing. and the misplacement of money we have given for a long time to a lot of different reasons, different places, different people, just giving away, make it rain, make it rain, make it rain. So I could see that side of it. I could see his frustration as being an American and being cut off when I need to feed my kids. I could see that. I hear that. He's actually right. He's actually right. But there's something I don't hear or see from him also, and that is accountability of him. I expect the government to take care of me. I expect the government to take care of my kids. I'm a boss. I ain't working for nobody. How does that work? You just plan to be on EBT the rest of your life? I don't know how that works. But yeah, there are people, and these videos are all over social media. Like, people are just like, yo, I'm not going to work. Forget that. I'm going to take this. I'm going to do that. And they're just trying to just say, I'm entitled to this money. I deserve this money. No one's actually looking inward to say, how can I benefit myself? How am I going to make my life better from this situation? How am I going to get myself out of this situation? Right? This is learned helplessness. That's what this is. It is learned helplessness of the American people. That's when you know you have a great society, when there is learned helplessness that is going on, where people are just expecting to be taken care of because there's no other problems. They believe everything's great. Learned helplessness. They don't see that they could fix this problem themselves. People see it as, no, the government should help me. It's learned helplessness. It is a mindset that has been instilled over generations by the democratic machine. If there's a problem, the democratic machine says they will fix it. If there's a problem, we will take care of you. If there's a problem, we will address it. No. It always gets worse, but it programs people into the Democrats will take care of me. The government will take care of me. I demand the government take care of me. Ask not what you can do for your country. Ask not what your country can do for you. Instead, what you can do for your country. Right? John F. Kennedy. I know that's not exactly quote, but I believe I'm really close on that. Where's that mindset anymore? Where's that mindset of what can I do to better my country? Not what my country can do for me. Our country doesn't owe us a damn thing. We owe our country. This is the greatest country in the world. Everyone from all walks of life, all different continents, all different countries, all different languages, all different dialects, all different races, they all want to come where? Here. Why? Greatest country ever. And yet we're destroying ourselves. We're destroying ourselves with complacency. We're destroying ourselves with the belief that the government should take care of me because I'm an American. No. That will lead to the utter demise of this country. That is the last thing you want. That is the last thing I want. If you want to live in a government that takes care of you, there's a couple other places you could go. That's not how it works here. But people have been brainwashed into believing this is how it needs to work. And yeah. Take a look at this video I found today. Mom and daughter go shopping with their EBT. Take a look at this. Cut 2, please.
Come with me to spend $2,000 in food stamps at Foodco, at Winco, at Sumco. And of course I got my coffee with food stamps at Target. My daughter's with me and she wants to spend her food stamps too. She gets 700 and she gets 12.
Yeah. 2,000 of food stamps, and they're proud of it. And if anyone peeped, did you peep the last part of that video? Austin, I don't know if you're on there or not, or if Damon, you're back there, but if you see that last couple seconds of that video, you see what bag she's wearing on her shoulder? Michael Kors, baby. If you could run that back and maybe freeze frame it and then pull it up if you have a chance, if you can do that. I don't know if you guys can do that or not. I don't know the capabilities back there. Not gonna lie. I don't know. But yeah, she literally has a Michael Kors bag on her shoulder. $2,000 shopping spree with her 2 daughters. Very proud too. Crazy to me. Very, like, so proud. I'm just so happy that the government, us taxpayers, you're good. I see you working. You're fine. That our government taxpayers are footing their $2,000 shopping bill. You know, you gotta get your coffee too. You gotta get your coffee. That's important. But $2,000 EBT food stamps, and they're proud of it. Posting on social media, parading around. I have a hard time wrapping my head around it because I actually grew up on welfare. So I have a hard time wrapping my head around this one. I grew up with a single mom in Queens, New York, on welfare. And I remember having to go down to Jamaica, Queens to do a welfare check. I had to be maybe 6 or 7. They had to make sure I was in good health. I remember being online with my mom. And something stunk like shit. I didn't say it stinks like shit, but I said, Mom, something smells. She leaned down next to me and she whispered in my ear, it's the woman behind you, she pooped her pants. That's one of my childhood memories that's ingrained in my head. Because at that moment, I remember thinking to myself, 7, 8-year-old kid, I don't want to be here again. That's all. I don't want to be here again. And I understand people have hard times, things fall on hard times. I fell on hard times recently until I got hired here at Untamed Nation. But yeah. And I remember going shopping with my mom all the time. We would have to use the food stamps, right? Food stamps. But they weren't EBT cards. They're called food stamps. And those that are watching, if you were on them or knew people that were on them or family on them, you know they came in those green booklets that, you know, once you pulled it out of your wallet, once my mom pulled it out of her pocketbook, everyone knew what it was. I was embarrassed as a kid. I understand my mom had to do it. I'm grateful my mom did it. I'm grateful my mom did everything she did to get me where I am today. She did a lot. But I remember my experience of that. And I remember we used to go shopping up at the corner store from our apartment where we lived. It was called the Big R. And we would buy our groceries with food stamps every month. The green booklet come out. You had to rip them out. They had different denominations. They all weren't like 5, 10. Like they actually had different denominations of the bills. I remember those. And things have changed over 8. When am I 42? So do that math. 30-something years, 35 years. Things have changed now. People go around celebrating. Charging $2,000 on their EBT card. Driving an SUV, it looks like, with the Michael Kors bag. Yeah, just different times. And then the daughters are happy about it too. They're celebrating it. So what mindset is being instilled into them? You know, like, think about the generations coming behind her. She's just one, collecting for her and the 2 kids, right? Now she has 2 kids. Now multiply that out. Those 2 kids each have 2 kids each, and look how big that becomes a drain on the system. Right? Multiply it out, bigger and bigger and bigger. It's really sad. It doesn't seem like they're embarrassed. It doesn't seem like they want to change behavior. It doesn't seem like they want to do anything else other than I'm going to take my EBT, go shopping, post on social media, love my life. Wow. 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 All right. We got another one for you. This video is pretty interesting. A gentleman giving his message to Trump if his EBT gets cut. Cut 4, please.
Hey, yo, Trump. You a New Yorker, man. Don't do us New Yorkers like that, you heard? Nah, but serious? If you deny the whole America food stamps, bro, it's gonna be a problem. Walmart, get ready. New York City, we got C-Town, Pioneer, Key Food. Get ready. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's gonna get lit. BJ's, Costco's, get ready. Fuck is wrong with you? You think we just gonna stay still? Hell no. Hell no. For a fact. Excuse me. If they take EBT, what you doing? You don't know. For me, but we gonna loot. We gonna get fucking crazy, right, TikTok? You feel me? She said she don't know. I don't know, but I'm gonna get mine.
You hear that? You hear big man wheezing, trying to walk, and he's talking about how we gonna be moving. Where's he moving? Where's he going? He ain't getting away from nobody. He might be the getaway driver, but he ain't running in and out of stores shoplifting. I'll tell you that ain't no way he ain't moving. Well, New York City, depending on response time. Also depends if he's doing this, right? If Mamdani, right? There's a lot of factors here, because if Mamdani's in, and this is still going on, shit, everything's gonna be free. So it ain't gonna matter. Everything's free range. But yeah, there are so many videos like this on social media going out. Yeah, my EBT's canceled. I'm hitting up this store. And there's also some videos talking about I'm gonna follow people that pay for their groceries to their cars too. So no joke. I'm not trying to sound alarmed. I'm preaching awareness right now. If you're going shopping and you're buying a large amount of groceries, just be a little bit more aware of your surroundings when you're walking out of the store. Because there are videos out there of people talking about they will assault people going to their cars with their groceries so I could feed mine. Okay? So just let that sit right here for a minute. Let that seep into your head. That you got to think about it. You got to be aware. Because Lord knows it only takes one wacko. Only takes one crazy to derail a life, to derail a family, right? So always be vigilant. You have to, especially this day and age. All the crazy nonsense, all the rhetoric that's going on, all this other chatter about, oh, I'm going to rob people, I'm going to rob this, I'm going to rob that because I'm not getting mine. Well, there's always a victim on the back end of that. Don't be the victim. Be prepared. Be aware. If you got a concealed carry, carry it. Use it. You got a gun, make sure you know where it's at your house. Okay? If you don't have a gun, go get a gun. Go get multiple guns. Go get a freaking bazooka for all I care. Get a shotty. Okay? Because you could sense it. You could feel it. It's brewing. It's brewing. ICE, EBTs, financial crunches, always race wars going on. Let's not forget that, right? There's always a concoction happening here. Always a concoction happening here. Just be more aware when you're out shopping, okay? But I want to play this Walmart employee. Respect to her. I hope she gets a raise. I hope she gets shouted out by her bosses and actually gets like a promotion, get something good happening, because she actually cares. Cut 4.
Let me tell you something. If you think that you better come up in here and steal from the Wally world because you ain't getting no food stamps, I'm gonna call the police on you. I'm gonna call. They're on speed dial. I'm gonna call them expeditiously. I don't care.
God bless her heart. She's in the right place. That's all she could do. She's a tiny thing. You think she's stopping anybody? You think she's gonna try and... She shouldn't. She'll get stampeded from some of the people I've seen on these videos. Some of these people are quite large. She will be stampeded. But then again, these people can't move that fast. So I don't know. If she could maybe juke them a little bit, outlast them, cause an asthma attack, might actually hold them out to the cop show. I don't know. But amen to her. Good for her. Like, when you think about it, that's all you can do if you're an employee at these places and you get these whack jobs coming in saying, I'm robbing you because I didn't get my card. All right, go ahead. Right? What are you going to do? What, are you going to fight 100 people? Going to fight 5 people? It's not worth it. Call the cops. Cops may show up, right? So this may become a thing. Like the flash mobs that happened back in I think it was six months to a year ago, flash mobbing, hitting up stores. Be prepared. Flash mob in grocery stores. It's coming. EBT's canceled. Perfect smokescreen to start the flash mobbing of grocery stores. Boy, the outrage, though. Why are so many people angry? This one American, I think she's on to something here. She calls out the secret of the outrage of the EBT scam. EBT outrage. Play it.
So as quiet as it's kept, and I know y'all won't admit this because I know how y'all are, but y'all aren't really outraged that the food stamps, the EBT shit is about to get shut down. Y'all are really outraged because now you're going to have to take the money you normally buy weed, wigs, bundles, get your nails done. Y'all are going to have to take those funds and buy food now. And don't say I'm lying, because when y'all were receiving food stamps, you were selling the food stamps. So you weren't worried about feeding your children then. But all of a sudden now, you're outraged. Oh my God, like, why we gonna feed our kids the same way you've been feeding them? Sleeping with that man. Getting a few funds from him. Keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't been worried about them kids and their well-being, but all of a sudden now, you are. Okay. All right.
Boom! Boom, boom, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Perfect answer. And she's 100% right. Because now that discretionary fund, my play money, my money I don't have to use to buy food, I have to buy food with. So what does that mean now? I can't have my discretionary funds. Oh, hell no. I need to get my weed. I need to get my cigarettes. I need to get my nail done. Need to go out to dinner. Got to do this. Oh, hell no. Hell no. There's the outrage right there in black and white. Truth be told, perfectly. To the T. Amen, sister. I don't know who she is. She hit the nail on the freaking head, though. She is probably hated by the EBT community right now because she outed their secret. So I hope she's in witness protection, because they will come find her, especially once the EBT funds find out and their scam is released and they are outed. And then, oh man, I really do have to, man, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be angry. Yeah, I got to find someone that, yep, and she'll be the target. But she is 100% right. Whew. Wow. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. But that's the content for today. Like, holy Toledo, ICE, Mamdani, EBT, the real underbellies of America. What's really going on? We got the chat up. Thank you guys. Sorry, Patrick, I didn't mean to laugh, but it's funny. Someone laughing at me? It's okay if you did. You gotta laugh at yourself. And if you got some entertainment out of this, I'm glad, but I hope if you took something else from it, got some knowledge, I'll be even more happy, because we're in tough times. And you can't rely on government. You can't even rely on Trump. Call a spade a spade. Can't even rely on Trump. A lot of things he said he wanted to do, no, he hasn't really done. He does give us some crumbs, though. Let's be honest. We do get some crumbs from President Trump. He is down on the deportations. He is sticking to that. We appreciate that, President Trump. Keep it up. Thank you. But, there's DEI still going on in the public school systems. 100% still happening. You have criminal judges. You have wars still occurring. You have us escalating military tensions in South America. Right? It's not the platform he ran on. He is sprinkling crumbs to us. So I don't know what all that means other than the only thing you can control is yourself and your family and your well-being. So I recommend focusing on that. You know, get involved, you know, write a fax blast. We got a fax blast that went out today. I'll pull that up in a second. But get involved. Poll watching, letters to Congress, posting on social media, having real, honest, open dialogue with people. Holding people accountable. Holding people accountable. Someone says something to you that's not true, call them on it. Make them own it. Okay, accountability needs to occur. That is the only way we get the train back on the tracks in this country. And if no one's going to hold anyone accountable, and I'm not talking about Comey and all that, Letitia James, those are all useful idiots. They're all idiots. They're distractions. They're the crumbs. They're the crumbs. They're the crumbs. They're the crumbs. They're the useful morons in society. We need some big changes. Trump was elected on them. Trump needs to do them. Otherwise, we are a failed state and we are a lost state. It's the truth. I believe it. I wholeheartedly agree. It is. It's reality. But yeah, we do have a fax blast that went out this morning. The fax blast today is about end attacks on ICE and prosecute those responsible. I'll just read this real quick to you so you get an idea of what was written, and if you choose to participate, we would greatly appreciate it. We would greatly appreciate it. Blow their fax machines up, make them read stuff when they get back into sessions. Make their job difficult. Make them, you know, like these you want to talk about dictators, my Lord. All right. I am writing as a frustrated and outraged citizen, fed up with the relentless attacks on U.S. immigrations and customs enforcement by members of the Democratic Party and their allies. ICE agents risk their lives daily to protect our communities by apprehending and deporting illegal immigrants who commit heinous crimes, murderers, rapists, and child predators among them. Yet, instead of support, these brave officers face a barrage of hostility, with Democrats championing sanctuary policies that free violent felons back into our streets and activists doxing agents by exposing their personal information, home addresses, and photos online. This reckless behavior has led to a staggering 1,000% spike in assaults on ICE officers in some areas. The Democratic Party's actions, whether through legislation to unmask agents, tipping off raid locations via social media, or obstructing federal mandates, have created a dangerous environment that emboldens criminals and undermines the rule of law. In cities like Portland and Los Angeles, Democratic-led initiatives have shielded felons who defy removal orders, forcing ICE into high-risk pursuits that put officer lives on the line. Judicial rulings, often backed by Democratic rhetoric, have even threatened to arrest ICE agents for doing their jobs in what can only be described as a judicial coup to enable lawlessness. This betrayal of public safety is unacceptable, and I am sick of watching our nation's immigration system be sabotaged by those prioritizing political agendas over the safety of American citizens. Enough is enough. I demand that Congress take immediate action to support ICE and hold those responsible for these attacks accountable. Fully fund ICE operations to ensure they can target and remove criminal illegal immigrants without interference. Pass legislation to penalize jurisdictions that defy federal law through sanctuary policies. Most crucially, ensure the swift arrest and prosecutions of individuals who dox or endanger ICE agents, as their actions threaten not only the officers, but the very fabric of our communities. The American people deserve a government that upholds the law and protects its citizens. Not only that enables chaos. Act now to restore support for ICE and deliver justice for those who put our agents in harm's way. That is our fax blast that we are sending out today. We would like you to join the mission on that because it is all entirely true. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. I don't believe there's been an update on the Tita Peters case yet. I believe Valholic is still taking the matter under consideration. I'm sure we'll update you once that information comes out. But yeah, that's going to be the show. Let's pray out today, okay? Dear God, thank you for another day above ground. Thank you for this beautiful sun. Thank you for the beautiful, beautiful scenery. Thank you for the good people in our lives. Lord, it's hard to stay focused on the good because there is such awful around us all the time. Please continue to give us patience with those that test our patience every day. But also, Lord, please start opening the hearts and minds of those that don't agree with us to our perspective. Because we need to start coming together, Lord. Please open up their hearts and minds. Turn the anger and hatred off. Bring us back to a middle ground as a country where we could all start moving forward. Please, Lord, give us our country back. I'm looking for, I want the country back for my kid to grow up in that I grew up in. And I feel like we're losing it. So Lord, please give us the will to keep up the good fight. Keep us grounded in our principles. And let's start holding those accountable that have wreaked havoc into our society. And Lord, please continue to look over my family and everyone else's family during this time. I know it's difficult and it's hard, and everyone is suffering in their own specific ways. But please, Lord, continue to look over us and protect us from the evils, and that we can live to fight another day. Amen. All right, thank you guys so much. Y'all have a good night. Stay frosty, my friends.
Rise up untamed, in the heart of the fight where the wild ones roam. Joe Oltmann's calling, bringing truth back home. From conservative daily to this untamed fire, we shatter the silence, lifting spirits higher. No chains can hold us, no lies can prevail. Authentic and fearless on this rugged trail. Patriots gather under stars and stripes. Untamed nation, igniting the night. Untamed nation, let the truth roll out in this land of the free. Standing proud from sea to shining sea, we won't back down. Catch the fire, wear the crown. Untamed nation, it's our battle song, motivating hearts where the brave belong. Yeah, untamed and wild, forever strong. Play it again all night long. Break the mold, chase the real. No more games, time to heal. Joe's voice leads the untamed crew. Truth matters through and through. Untamed nation, let the truth roll out in this land of the free. Standing proud from sea to shining sea, we won't back down. Catch the fire, wear the crown. Untamed nation, it's our battle song, motivating hearts where the brave belong. Yeah, untamed and wild, forever strong. Play it again all night long. Truth forever. True forever.